Hello everyone. Today's video we are going to talk about the shrinking of the ears. If you saw my last video, you know that I stretched up to 9/16 and of course I used plugs that have always given me problems in the past. No idea why. They are glass, and upon visual inspection, I don't see any nicks in the glass or weird bumps or bubbles in the glass. But I've used them to try to stretch up to 9/16 about 2 or 3 times in the past, and every single time my ears just get irritated. Oh, puns. And I have to take them out. So this time it was partially my fault. Actually, it might have been all my fault. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Because I put them in, they were fine for about 3 days, and then I decided to color my hair. I did not take out my plugs when I washed the hair color out. I know, that's awful. The next day, I didn't like my hair color, so I colored it again, and I still didn't take out the plugs when I rinsed out my hair color. The day after that, I decided to go on a bike ride, and it was hot, and I got very sweaty, and so I rinsed off my hair, and I didn't take out my plugs again. So at this point, my plugs have been in my ears for about 6 days, and they just were not thrilled. I really should have taken them out on day 3 to color my hair. I didn't. For some reason, I didn't do it on day 4 either, and on day 5, wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, day 5, day 6, still didn't do it. So basically on that last day, I was like, all right, gotta take them out. They were not thrilled. I always do this where I take my piercings out, or I take my, my plug out, and then I just don't make a video until a few weeks later. So at this point, it has been, I would say, maybe 2 weeks since I've taken my plugs out. So nothing is wrong with them. I mean, actually that's not true. I'm feeling it right now, and I've got a little bit of a bump on this side as well. This is the first time where they scabbed really terribly. As you can see from the thumbnail picture, it was not good. And those scabs stayed in my ears for a week, and I am a scab picker, so I picked up the scabs whenever I could. It was amazing. So now, as you can see, my ears are downsized. I would probably say, by my estimation, this is probably a 6 gauge, maybe a 4 gauge. And I'm going to stretch them again, but honestly, I think this time I'm not going to do a really crazy video about it, because I've already stretched my ears on this channel, I think twice, and I don't need to keep repeating my content because that's just silly. But for reference, my old ear size, if anybody wants to see how much my ear has shrank, this is a 9/16 double flared fluorite plug, and yeah, so there's that. And on this side, here you are. So I think this pretty much once again debunks the whole, if you stretch your ears, they are permanently stretched out and they won't go back. Obviously, this depends on your own skin's elasticity. I am still quite youthful in my 30s. I have no wrinkles. And I'm not wearing any makeup right now, so my skin's still really elastic. So whenever I take my piercings out, it's just if your skin is not as elastic, it might not do that. It also depends on how large you stretch it. A lot of people say the point of no return is 2 gauge. Some people say it's 0. Some people say it's 00. Some people say it's ½ an inch. Listen, it really all depends on you. This is, I think, the 3rd time that I have taken my plugs out, and this is actually the smallest that they've shrank in such a short period of time. And I attribute that to the fact that it was so incredibly irritated that they were just nope, and they just closed right up. this time around, I really don't have any interest in leaving them out and seeing how small they can get. But I think also at this point they are pretty much healed enough that I can at least put like a small eyelet in here to just keep the space open, because I don't want these to get any smaller. I think the smallest that I've ever gotten them by taking them out was 8 gauge, which isn't really that bad. But I don't think that I want to do that for this. So I just wanted to make this video before I started putting things in my earring holes again, just so you guys can see what the size is. And knowing myself, I'll be back up to 1/2 inch again in no time, and then I'm going to start from 1/2 inch and do 9/16 and 5/8 and maybe go to 3/4. I don't know, but if I'm having bad luck at 9/16 again, I might really have to stop at 1/2 inch, which I've said a million times that I wasn't going to go past it. But you know how that always works out when you stretch your ears, right? So anyway, that is the end of my video today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video on my tiny ear holes. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!